Hi everyone, Savari here. Thanks for watching today's video. And today we're gonna start going through the recent regionals. This was over in Brazil on July 26th, 2026. We had 256 players, 8 rounds in the EX12 format. We're gonna go over the top 8 decks here. And we can see here we had Toho Braves, Sayu Warriors, Toho, Galactic Toho, Beelstar, and Toho. So we definitely have 5, let's see, 5? I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 of these top 8 being the Toho Braves deck. Very strong deck coming out of this early EX12 meta heading towards BT26. We do have the other Shambhala deck, Sayu Warriors, coming in 2nd. And then we have Galacticmon at 5th. And finally, our odd one out, Beelstarmon, coming in 7th place. Heavyweight of last format, for sure. And still having success going into this one. So, rest of top 16. A couple more Toho Braves here. We do have 2 Medusamon, Metal Empire. Beautiful deck, love that deck. 1 TS Angels, 1 Paradise Coliseum, and then another TS Angels wrapping it up. And unfortunately, Glowing Dawn fans here, we are sad to say that both of them bubbled out 17th and 18th place, but still a very strong showing for the strong decks of last format, with 1 red hybrid rounding out top 24. So pretty cool results here. Let's go without further ado and start picking through this top 8. So we're going to start here with the first place champion, Toho Braves. This list, very cool. Archetype in general. We've got 4 of the Onibimon. This Digimon gives Execute. It's just the inherit that makes this deck so strong. We'll see later on as we get towards the higher end of the deck. Rookie counts, we've got pretty standard. The 3 rookies, you got your Searcher. 4, the Wonkomon. You've got your Honeymon here at 3. On play, pitch 1, draw 2, standard effect. Reduce Evo here. Good draw from the inherit. It's this is how these pendulum decks are. You got your on play search, on play draw, and your Evo reducer. Next, we get to see some of the deck's expression here. We got the level 4s looking at Kokeshimon on play. When digivolving, by deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower. Pretty strong effect. Just kind of gets rid of that low end board, really stops certain decks in their track. You get the Caesarmon, raid offensive level 4 here, on play when digivolving, pop a 5k or less. And then your Shellmon, this does have blocker on face, on play when digivolving, trash bottom 2 sources of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then you stun something with 1 or less sources, can't attack or block. It can suspend, but it can't attack or block, so. And it has the, if your hand has 7 or fewer cards, draw 1 inherit. Finally, we're getting to the 5s. Karakurumon. On play when digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, then one of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until their turn ends. Tamer stun, always good, especially in this format. You've got Glowing Dawn, you've got Beelstar, you've got random hybrids running about. Very good to just stun the board, get some control back, get spat out off of other effects as we go through the regular TB play cycle. On deletion, you can play a level 4 or lower Puppet or TB Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost, and then inherited effect you can play is the same effect. You can play level 4 or lower, so very strong, spits out bodies like no other, the Puppet way. Next we got Marine Bullmon here. This says Decode level 4, we know what that does. On play when digivolving, place level 6 or lower Aqua Sea Animal or TB as this bottom Digivolution card. Return one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer sources to the hand, so you strip the sources off shell, go into this, and bada bing bada boom, inherited has the Decode effect again. We are playing only 3 of the Karakuru and 2 of the Marine Bull, because we want to go full 4 on Shishima. Shishimamon. Alright, on play, when Digivolving, give one of your opponent's Digimon Sec -1 and 3000 DP minus until their turn ends. Very good lingering. Your turn, when your opponent's security stack is removed from, this Digimon may Digivolve into a TB trait Digimon card in the hand with the cost reduced by 2. So you swing, you do the first check, you Evo up, you'll see how everything else goes. Inherited effect, end of attack once per turn, may play a TB trait Digimon with 5k DP or less from your hand without paying the cost. Very solid. Go to the 6s here. Matarasumon. Alright, so on face you got Piercing, Sec +1, and the new-ish keyword Ascension introduced in BT25. When this Digimon is deleted, you may place this card as the top security card. On play, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's lowest DP Digimon, and then by returning 2 cards from their trash to the bottom of the deck. For the turn, this Digimon gets 6000 DP, and to one of their Digimon give -5000 DP for each one of those return cards' colors. Very good. You know, you bought deck like 2 multi-color cards, and all of a sudden you're -15 to 20k something, if not more. On deletion, you may return 1 TB trait card from your trash to the hand, then you may play 1 level 5 or lower TB trait Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost. There is no inherited because it is a 6 that does not progress, but very strong card. Bot decking from trash, always very good. Kaguyamon on face, Fortitude. On play, when Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, you may play 1 play cost 5 or lower Puppet or Shambhala trait card from your trash without paying the cost. Good for board setup. All turns, all your Puppet or TB trait Digimon gain blocker and retaliation, and on deletion, return one of your opponent's lowest level Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Very good card. Ryugamon, the funny one of the 3. Barrier evade on face, decode level 5 or lower. On play, when Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, by placing 1 level 6 or lower Aqua or Sea Animal or TB from your hand as bottom source, one of your Digimon may unsuspend, and all turns once per turn, when any of your Digimon are played or Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon can't activate when Digivolving effects or suspend until their turn ends. This sees itself. Very good. Finally, big boss man, Susanomon himself. God, Assembly is a great effect. You're gonna place 8 cards with the Hybrid or Shambhala trait with different names underneath it to play for -9, so for 7 cost. Also Digivolves over Hybrid Shambhala TS level 6 for 5. On face, you got Rush, Raid, Blocker. On play, when Digivolving to all your opponent's Digimon, give -3k for the turn for each color in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. This is a 15 to 21k board wipe in pretty much all the decks that play it. Very good. When attacking once per turn, place one of your opponent's Digimon as a top security card. Then if you have 4 more colors in this card's sources, trash the top security card and recover 1. Great finisher. It's essentially a trash on swing if they just don't have a board or something's immune. Cool. With the egg, remember we have the execute egg up here, so you assembly with the egg because it's level 6 or lower, or I think it's not even levels, I think it's straight up Shambhala cards or hybrid cards, yeah, trait cards with different names, so no levels. You could just put the egg there because why not. You get execute, you swing, then you'll end of attack, do your Shishima, spit at your bodies, do all your pops, blah 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 blah. Really good card. You got 2 analog use, pitches things in the trash, and also just you pop your Susan, you gain a memory back. It's very good synergy. You got your pay 3, play something for 3 less. Your field spell, Genshi Continent. Use requirement Shambhala trait. When one of your Shambhala attacks, may Evo for reduced by 1. Main effect, add your bottom security to hand. Place face up at your bottom security, play a Shambhala for 3 less. Just run very standard, very good cards for this archetype. We've been seeing these with the TS cards lately, and now we're getting them here with the Pendulum decks. Finally, we've got the Sanmyojin of Arrival. This is the delay option for the deck. By trashing 1 TB card from your hand, draw 2. That's your main effect, and then all turns with any of your level 5 or higher would leave the battle area. You delay, you play one of the 6s out for free. So anything leaving the field just results in you, and it's a wood, by the way. So even if you do this first, you still get to barrier, protector stuff, whatever. Very strong card. It lets you just play a 6 for free, which is crazy to me. Very, very good card. Interesting things to note. We're on 3 of the Susano. We are on 3/3 for Amaterasu and Kaguya, and only 2 Ryugu. It does seem like Ryugu you only need to see it once. You don't need it multiple times. Kaguya floods your board for you. Amaterasu gets rid of things in trash. Very good cards. And this deck got first place here at the regional. So we'll be going over to the Sayu Warriors build, and they came in second. This is from Heavycraft, the other Shambhala deck. Let's take a look here. Alright. So, I don't have the egg here, but the egg is when one of your Digimon, SW Digimon played, Evo for reduced by 2, so it's just, synergistic. Makokomon is pretty cool. And then we've got Kakamon. This is going to be your start of main. Place 1 card in the trash 1 card from your hand with SW trait. Draw 1, gain a memory. On play search. Standard searcher. So you got the Kakamon, inherit +2. You got the Kamemon. When attacking 7 or fewer, draw 1. This is your on play searcher. And then you've got your own Evo reducer with Big Nose Takemon. Has barrier, inherit, very nice. Level 4s. They were on 4 of the 8mon. This is your pitch 1, draw 2 for the archetype. Has raid on face, which is nice if you have some of the other cards on the field. Gawapamon. I see this sometimes at 1. I've played it between 2, 1, and 0. It has its uses. Blocker on face, on play, on deletion. Return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the hand. It's good early. Inherit's nice. If you have 7 or less on attack, just draw 1. And finally, you've got the newish style effect. Main, once per turn, you may play or use 1 card with the SW trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. Very, very good for just spitting out a Digicrust 5, I'm not gonna lie to you. You got the barrier inherit as well. So if you have like 2 invitations on field, right? And you'll see that one. Later on, you use this, you Digicross, you play for -4, and then you evo this for -2, so for 1 more into another 5, and then you'll go into 2 6s from the invitation. Very good card. Next we have the Journey to the West guys, Chohokai. On play, when Digivolving, de-Digivolve 1, and then gives one of your other SW Digimon Alliance, and it may attack. If you give it Alliance, it has to attack, just a heads up. This says guard on face, very good. Inherits a redirect. Play that at 3. Goku, I've been seeing 1 or 0. It's the odd one out, unfortunately. He's really cool, though. He's got raid on face. On play when Digivolving, -4k something till their turn ends. And then one of your other Digimon, they all have the on play for these 3 Digicrossers. When attacking once per turn, inherit, delete something 6k or less. Comes up every once in a while. 2 of the Stunner Sagomon on play when Digivolving. One of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend until their turn ends. Same effect as the other ones with the Alliance attack, and then inherited when attacking, strip 2 sources, and stun something with no sources. Stun a Digimon with no sources. This has blocker on face. Finally, we've got Sanzomon. Pretty lady over here. On play when Digivolving, you may add top security to your hand. Then if you have 2 or fewer, recover 1. Solid effect. Good for getting extra cards that you may need. Your turn, once per turn, when your security stack is removed from you may play, so you can only do Digimon. You may play 1 card, Digimon or Tamer, so you may only play 1 card with Gokumon as text, or a SW trait from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. Let you play out another body, let you play your Digicrosses for cheap. Very solid. When attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -4k for the turn. Standard yellow effect. Got that at 4 because it is your main stack 5 that you want there. Alright, on to the big boys, the 6s. Erlangmon. On play when Digivolving, play out one of his tokens, the 9k blocker. When any of your Digimon are played, return one of your opponent's lowest level Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And it alternates once per turn. When any of your Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play 1 level 5 or lower SW card from your hand, or this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. You spit out a lot of bodies with this guy. Very nice. And if he's still on the board afterwards, it does see this from his other alterns, so you'll bot the lowest. Very good into Shine. Also, these arts are beautiful. I love these cards. Okay. Now some people really excited for this deck, Red Hybrid in general, etc., etc. Lots of fun decks with this card, but alright, he's got keyword Soup, Rush, Collision, Blocker, Piercing, Blocker, and the new keyword Engage. At the end of this turn, this Digimon may attack. All turns once per turn. When attack targets change until your opponent's turn ends, their Digimon effects don't affect this Digimon and it gains 4,000 DP. And then all turns once per turn when security stacks are removed from this Digimon may unsuspend. So you can trigger your own thing with barrier, you can trigger it by chipping their security, you can trigger it by chipping their security. If they block, if they raid, if they do anything that changes target, you also get your effect again. So you get it once on your turn, you can get it on their turn. There's a reason this is a $15 card right now. It's a very good card. I like this card. I currently play it at 2. I could see it bumping the 3. I think it's very solid. Next they're on Big Man, Satan Goku. We got Rush, Raid, Piercing, Sec +1 on face. On play when Digivolving, minus 8k something, and then minus 3k more for each of this Digimon's level 5 Digivolution cards. Then this Digimon may attack. It's really good because it can assemble with 3 of the Journey to the West guys of different names from the trash. So very good card. All turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by your effects, you may play 2 level 5 cards with Gokumon in their text, or the SW trait from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. So it spits the bodies back out, which is nice. Takudomon. On play when Digivolving and counter timing, you may play 1 Paishu token. It's a 6k blocker guard token. When any of your Digimon are played, once per turn, all turns, de-Digivolve 2, one of your opponent's Digimon, and then minus 6k something. You set up a Takudo and an Erlang, and you stare at them, and you say, deal with my board. Most decks can. Very good card. We have that at 3, so the 3 guys are at 3, and then the monkey, he is at 2, because we play 1 of the Susano in this list. Rush, Raid, Blocker, all the good stuff from the TV deck. Very good card, and it turns into a control card in this matchup. Very solid. You can also swing into it with Nessa if you really want to. You know, lots of good shit you could do there. I like this. I just did it again. Oh well. Guess we'll put a beep in this video too. Anyway, onto the options. 2 continent, we know what that does. 2 of the memory boosts, top 3 search, grab 1, delay +2, and then invitation. Whenever any of your SW Digimon are played, delay by trashing this card, blah 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 blah. You get the Digivolve into Sankitsu, which is the level 6s, not Satan Goku. Only the 3, Erlang, Takuto, and Nessa. So this is your delay option for this deck. Very solid deck. As I said before, we got 2 more Toho Braves, 3rd place. This list is mostly the same. They are on 12 rookies in this one, and I think they play that. They're up to 4 analog. Other than that, deck's basically the same. We're going to see this again here. We're on the 11 rookies here, and the 4s are a little different. Down the 1 Ryu and up to 3 Susan. Well, I think they're all on 3 seasons. We do play 1 of the Danyuki. He is a TS card, so even if you don't have the egg, you could still swing with him, which is nice. Up to 3 of the boost, and yeah, down to 2 of the analog youth for this list. Galacticmon, really big tower deck, really good matchups into Glowing Dawn and Beatbreak. Glowing Dawn and Beelstar from last format. Also does just really well, for the most part, just being unaffected by effects, stares at Susan in the face, and you know, you just have enough redirects. You stop them from doing things entirely. You got the new emblem, which is nice. So, you know, whenever any of your Venmon gets hucked, you zip up, which is great. You just start evoing even faster. It's really good. Not too much different from, you know, last couple formats, other than the new emblem really helping stabilize this deck. It just does well into the field. Another Toho Braves. Look at this list. Same thing, 11 rookies. Little diversity here. We're actually seeing, I just realized on the other one they're actually playing the, where is it? Not this list, this one. This one's also playing the Hakuba from SW, because it is just, it lets you play the options that aren't the rival, so you play these for cheap, and you get to play out Susan for cheaper, so it's not terrible there. I like that card. So we are playing a lot more 4s. The cuts are probably going to be, I don't know where the cuts are. Oh, and the options, right? We don't play the boost here, so that's where the 2 cuts are. Okay. Solid list. Next, we've got Beelstarmon. Pagumon, we know what Beelstar does. Very solid rookie lineup. I do like seeing the Toy Agumon. I think it's pretty solid. We do have the 1-up hybrid for game, the Kaiser Leo, which is always solid. You play Purple Tamers, might as well, since you're not always going to get to build up a stack again. We are on 3 of the Lady Devi, 2 Satella, 4 Beelstar, dual card, and 2 of the X Antibody, 1 Title Bellucci Rush per game. We've got the Louis to move out the Gazi early, get some acceleration. Pretty solid standardized list. I like the 1-of Scramble, lets you rebuild a little bit more, especially if you're going into something like Titus Skull Bellucci, or you're playing on an off turn and you just want to make sure you can play the next turn. This is a good card to have for the Scramble. 1 of the Durblets, the Digivolve, Glowing Dawn. What else can I say? Finally, 8th place, Toho Braze. We're looking at standard rookie lineup. This one's not playing the Hakubo, the horse guy. And yeah, this is basically the same list that we were seeing before. A little bit of difference in the options, but looks like Toho Braze is kind of playing most of the same list here. And that was going to be the breakdown here. You know, we've got, out of a field of, what, 256 players, you know, you had 32 Glowing Dawn, 27 Toho Braze, but the conversion rate was very different. The best that Glowing Dawn even had was 17th, and, you know, Toho won the event. But we are seeing a lot of play from Glowing Dawn, Toho Braze, Beelstar, Jupiter, you know, and Metal Empire, some Angels still, but Galactic finally becoming meta relevant. It's very nice to see. But that's going to be it for this video. I'm really happy to see new cards in the format. I thought that BT25 was very centralized. Even having played one of the centralizing decks, it was kind of, you were on Glowing Dawn, you were on Beelstar, or you played something that directly countered one of them, and you prayed. However, it was still very wide. We had a lot of different decks, and I will say, from a locals perspective, you know, you do see a lot of the concentrated decks, but when you get to the actual meta in these regional level events, even last format, you did see a wide diversity of decks. I mean, we had 44 different identifiable archetypes. I'm seeing Gamamon, I'm seeing Riku, Royal Base, Sakuya even in this event. You know, we've got TS Toolbox, and a lot of other decks just having a lot of different levels of success in this meta. So definitely from a local level, you know, I've heard some commentary on the same decks being played, and we are in another format where at a local level, a lot of the same decks are being played, but overall the meta is very healthy. When we're looking at these larger regional level competitive events for the health of the format and the meta, you are seeing people playing a lot of different decks, a lot of variety. I think the game is in a good spot. There are some gripes I have with card design, and the way that they're pushing power level along, but overall the game is in a good spot. We had a very wide meta when BT25 finished up, as shown by the store regionals and everything, and you know, it's been a great time. I've really enjoyed the format, and going into BT26, we're about to have things get turned up on their head. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the reveals lately, but it is definitely gotten pretty crazy. Some of these new cards, Junimon is very strong. So I'm excited for that, and that's going to be at the end of August, so we're quickly coming up on that. EX13 will be the Royal Knights EX set, which is also pretty cool. My boy Kentoros getting support again. Those parallels just got revealed, which is really cool. I just love how it looks. I know Royal Knights gets a lot of reprints and focus. It is a little overplayed, but you gotta admit those arts are nice. Very crisp, very clean. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments regarding the meta, what you're looking forward to in BT26. I know they got the DAT support coming with Rosemont, also a cool deck coming, Glowing Dawn support, and more TS, you know, finishing up that there with Chronomon and Jupiter and all the other goodies we've seen so far. But I'm looking forward to seeing what BT26 and beyond brings us with the store regional coming up shortly, and other regionals for the rest of the year in the second half of the season. You know, we're pushing towards Nats and hoping we get there. But thanks everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a good one.